Hey Virgo, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. We are going to do your reading for the first half of August and the 1st to 15th. This is a general love read, guys. Please keep that in mind that not all messages are going to resonate with everybody. Just take what does and leave the rest behind. Sometimes other messages might come through, so we'll see how this goes. Let's give you one more shuffle here. Love and relationship messages, please, for the sign of Virgo. And any other messages that need to come through. Whoa. All right, let's see what we got, Virgo. The Chariot, Cancer energies here. Four of Cups. So I feel like Virgo, wherever you are right now when you're in with a relationship or maybe an area of work with life, work, relationship, it's time to move on. I feel like it's time to grow here. You're in a phase of growth, time to move up and onward with your life, with the people around you or a person that you just isn't cutting it for you anymore. This Four of Cups is showing me a sense of dissatisfaction, like where you are with yourself right now. It's time for change. It's time for growth, because the things that people bring to you or the person that's offering you, it's just not, you're outgrowing them, okay? You're outgrowing people and you want to move onward with your life. Getting a lot of, I can't take all these ones that fell over. The Fool card, okay? That's the new beginning. And the King of Cups. Following your heart's desires, guys. You're going on a new journey here where it's like, you know what? It's okay if I let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve me. I've got to follow the things that I care about, the things that make me feel emotionally fulfilled. Finding love, maybe finding more of an emotional connection with a person and moving away from or letting go of someone that may not have provided that for you. There might not have been that emotional, caring, nurturing connection that you're looking for, Virgo. Sometimes it's hard to move on from a connection with somebody because it might be something that you're used to or something that you tolerated or just stayed in for longer than you may have needed. And sometimes it's like, well, it's kind of fearful, or it's kind of like it might make you a little bit apprehensive or nervous or contemplating about what it's going to feel like if you move on, what it's going to feel like to be single or to let go of something that no longer serves you. It could feel a little scary at times, but the Fool card with the King of Cups is like, trust your emotions, trust what makes you feel the change that you need for yourself. It's like emotionally you'll be okay. The Fool card is about trusting, and I feel like beside this King of Cups, it's like trust in your emotions. Allow the flow to happen for you, because I feel like for some of you, you may have been a little bit stagnant, a little bit like, I feel like there's a lot of boredom and just like you're kind of over it in a way. Whether that's a job, it could be a job for some of you. It could even be something about a location that you're in, because the Chariot is about movement, travel, possibly moving. So there's quite a bit of change and growth for you right now, Virgo, I see here. And it's like you're going to follow more of your emotional side, maybe less of the mind. Maybe it's like sometimes the Virgos, you guys are known to maybe analyze or think things through or get a little bit more like logical about things. And maybe it's time to follow a bit more of your emotional energy. See the Ace of Wands. Wow, you're getting a lot of flyers. This is great. Death card. Okay, ending old. This is beautiful, Virgo. You've got the Death card with the Ace of Wands. Like, talk about transformation. Talk about knowing that anything is possible in your world. There's a lot of things that are possible now because you're willing to release the old. You're willing to maybe end old relationships. It's almost like you're just cutting it off. Cutting friends, jobs, people, places, whatever that may be in your life, Virgo. You're understanding that you're feeling more, I think with the emotional side of your, it's like you're allowing the water to come into your earth, the earth energy of Virgo being an earth sign, and you're allowing things to be more creative. It's like the earth with the water, the emotions. It's creative. It's like clay. It's like you're molding things. You're going to create a new beginning for yourself. So you're trusting in how you feel, even if something doesn't really seem logical or it doesn't seem like it's something you would normally do. All right. You're trusting in this death card that has to end because it's out with the old and in with the new, transformation. And it's really something that you're taking in your own hands. Okay. You're taking it upon yourself to call things out, to sort of say, this is not my nature. Maybe you usually overthink or you logically understand something or something that doesn't, it's like not as sort of spontaneous or like going out on this limb, going out on a whim, the Fool card. It's like, but I'm going to trust in how I feel because this is how I'm feeling. This is how I don't feel for this situation or this person. I'm outgrowing it. It's time to just allow for new beginnings to come in. So you have a ton of opportunities ahead of you and a lot of change, Virgo. Really, really nice, transformative change. And it's a change in, like I said, this side of you that less thinking of the mind, more feeling with your heart, more feeling with your emotions. Okay? And it gets it's like the creative juices with this wand, Ace of Wands. It's like, you know that you have all these possibilities ahead of you because maybe you were feeling rather stuck or stagnant with a situation, with a relationship, with a person. And it's like, I need to go out there and start to feel more. I need to feel the possibilities that I could have with a relationship. I need to be able to end things that no longer serve me, that make me feel like bored, make you feel unsatisfied, dissatisfied, unfulfilled, because you're starting to see the potential that you have and the potential that life has. With this Fool card, it's like new beginnings. You might also be getting encouragement from others to say, hey, Virgo, like, don't limit yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Don't stay in a relationship that you're not happy in, that you're not growing in. And you know, sometimes Virgo, this death card with the Ace of Wands, sometimes we release the other person for them to grow as well. Someone has to make a move. Sometimes this is meant because it's not all about you and it's not all about the other person. It's about both people to grow and change. So with you making this decision, taking this risk, maybe the other person is, roles could be reversed. It's like, if your person's moving on from you, don't take it as a hit or something that wasn't, you're less than, or you weren't worthy of something, and they shouldn't either. It's about growth. It's about transformation. It's about knowing that this relationship served a certain purpose in my life, a certain time frame. It may suck to let it go, but it has to be transformed. You have to grow in life. You have to evolve. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time sitting in a situation, whether that's a job. It's much easier for us to sometimes walk away and dump a job than it is a person, because jobs don't necessarily have an emotional connection. Many do to people. But it's like, it could be much easier for some of us, or it is easier, I should say, for some of us to dump jobs, to move on from things. It's like, it no longer serves purpose. What was fun years ago is no longer fun. What was novel years ago, it's no longer, the novelty wore off, whatever that may be. Okay, so I feel like this is about transforming the two of you. And even if that means going down certain paths, this person might be thanking you, or you might be thanking them to say, hey, you know what? I grew a lot, I learned a lot, and I appreciate the time that we spent, but it's time for me to grow. It's time for me to expand. It's time for me to transform and create. It's like getting into creation now with this Ace of Wands and the Death card. The Chariot really gave that away with this Four of Cups. Right in the beginning of your reading, it's like you guys are moving on from the old. And this confirms it. So I love when that happens. Awesome. Feeling, okay? King of Cups, emotions. Getting in touch. Some of you might just be getting in touch more with your emotional side and less of the logical side. Again, it's like, if this is a job for some of you, it's like logically, it sure sounds great to make 6 figures or make a ton of money. But if you're emotionally exhausted or you're emotionally broke, spiritually broke, but financially rich. Sometimes people are walking away from the money to go get emotional fulfillment, being spiritually and emotionally rich, and maybe having a little bit less, but still being comfortable. So not getting attached to the things that only fulfill certain aspects of our life. It's like this Four of Cups. Okay, it's like he'll take the cup, it's an offer, but it's not really cutting it anyways. He's got enough over here. He's got 3 other cups. Doesn't really need that. It's nice, but it doesn't fulfill him or her. Okay, so you could be getting a lot of offers from people or work or employment, whatever that is in your life, Virgo, and it's like, I'd rather feel emotionally fulfilled. I'd rather have a creative side, a passionate side, things that create more magic in my life, things that make you feel excited and possibilities, and they start to enthrall you with your creative emotional side. Okay, so transforming, letting go of things, because it's like, if it is a wealth thing, the wealth will grow again. You'll always do well and gain more wealth and abundance in something that you feel emotionally aligned with. 1111 on my screen, emotionally aligned. 1111, alignment. Five of Wands. This is walking away from battles, walking away from situations that you can't necessarily change, Virgo. You might be being caught up in a conflict or caught up in something that you have to fight for or you have to endure. And it's like, sometimes it's not worth, it's outside. This Five of Wands could be the outside influences, or what people may think, what people may say or do about, or behind your back, let's say, what they're thinking or talking about. Feeling like you need to worry about them when you don't. This is about letting go of the things that are outside of your control. They're not your battle. Let that be other people's gossip if they feel they need to. See, you're focusing on your Ace of Wands. The Five of Wands is all the battling of all the other people in outside situations. Okay, maybe some people think you're crazy. It's like some people say, oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving this job, or I can't believe you're leaving this person. It's like, but if they don't align with you, if they're not spiritually, emotionally, or aligned with what you want anymore, then what's the purpose? What's the point? They need to be with someone who's aligned with them, and vice versa. It's spiritual growth, emotional growth. The Star card, Aquarius energy, and the Nine of Wands. See, you're done, Virgo, with this long haul, this long road, this struggle that you may have been going down for quite some time. This might have been something that you've been thinking about. It's like you may have already gone through the logical side of things. You may have already gone through the thinking about all this and wondering what's going to change, or when is something going to change. And I feel like some of you have been wishing and hoping for this for a long time. And that's why I feel like this is actually, this Death card is sudden endings and new beginnings, because you've been kind of wishing and hoping for it for quite a long time. So I feel like this is not something that just popped in your head overnight. It might have been something that was quite a long time coming. Finding your place in this world with this Star card. Hoping and wishing for a healing within your life, within yourself. Also within the person that you may have to move on from, is creating a sense of healing and just being honest with this person, saying like, I have other dreams, I have other wishes, I have to be somewhere else in my life. This isn't serving any of us any good, right? So if you empower that person by sort of saying, look, like, this isn't all about me, like, you can grow too in this process. You don't have to take this as a breakup or as something that's negative. It can be something that is creative. It is something that is invoking change. So this is something I feel, Virgo, that this has been a long time coming for you. And it's like, now's your time to grow. Now's your time to transform. You may not have been totally ready in the past, because you weren't really aware, or you weren't really, your emotions weren't in touch with what is possible for you. Maybe you weren't aware, or you didn't realize how much potential and how much is out there in this life for you to explore, for you to create, for you to take a new path. You may have been in like a mundane or in a repetitive cycle of something that was just like, okay, it's time for me to get on this chariot and move onward and upward. It's time to move, like get the wheels going here. And so you've wished and hoped for this for some time, Virgo, possibly silently in your own thoughts. That's also with this Five of Wands. This little battle could be something within your own thoughts, but I do feel like you may have worried, or part of the factor or part of the equation here is what other people are going to say, think, or do. Which ultimately, it's like that saying, which I love, what you think of me is none of my business, right? So what anybody thinks of you, Virgo, is really none of your business. Let them think what they want, because there are people who are going to be happy for you, and those are the people that you want to embrace their thoughts and their same feelings and support and inspiration for you. There's no point in dealing with people or worrying what people think if it's not good intentions, because you could be a miracle worker and people will judge you. So don't worry about what people are thinking here with your new approach or your new journey that you're taking on with this Fool card, Virgo. Drop that, and drop that in your head if it's a thought that you're kind of battling in your mind. Continue on feeling with your emotions with this King of Cups. So I feel like I'm going to end the reading here. I'm going to do an Archangel Raphael healing card for you. But I feel like the Star card is saying, like, wishes are here for you, the hopes and wishes that you want. It's like the universe was meant to provide for you. Life was meant to change for you. What you've always wished for and reached for in these stars with the Star card, it's like, it's now time. It's here. I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck for you. The Temperance card. I was going to say it's like almost like the Wheel of Fortune time. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is like, it's here for you now. I can't get these cards out, but Temperance, just meaning temperance here with the Sagittarius energy, having a little bit of patience and creating a sense of healing with the person that you may be separating, or a job. Maybe it's a boss or someone that you have to walk away from, and it's like, this is for the better. You need fresh blood in this business, or you need fresh blood in a situation. You need something new, okay? So creating that sense of harmony and cooperation and a sense of like win-win situation with the Temperance card, okay? Where everybody sort of has a sense of harmony within a situation, but it requires some patience. All right, Virgo. What message do we have for Virgo? Archangel Raphael healing message, please. Expect a miracle. How awesome is this? Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of, and it could be the name of a person. Now, a miracle doesn't necessarily have to be the health of a situation. It could be just the miracle, the change, which miracles happen all around us. And I feel like, Virgo, you're in touch with this. Keep an eye out for things that are literally miraculous, because you've got this Ace of Wands, and you've got this Star card, and you also have the Death card. Okay, there's a lot of miraculous energy with this. There's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of like hopes being answered, the universe listening to you and your dreams and your wishes and hopes. This also does represent healing. So there could be some healing in your life when you go down this new path that you're embarking on, this new journey. Letting go of the old and embracing new is very much a healing process. Okay, so it depends on how radical you want to get with that, how much you really want to change. But miracles are constantly happening when we keep an eye, listen, watch, be observant, be mindful. We just walk by them all the time and don't even notice. So I feel like you could be in that space of receiving a sense of miracle. Okay, Virgo, I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. Please hit the like button, share your comments, and subscribe if you're new. I appreciate everybody's support, and I want to wish you guys a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.